The superintendent of the Nigeria Police Force (NPF) on Saturday accused the Nigeria government of neglecting officers whose properties were destroyed during the EndSARS protest. The senior officer attached to one of the burnt police stations in Area F under the Lagos State Police Command disclosed this in a chat with Daily Post, wishing to remain anonymous. The officer whose personal effects were burnt alongside the station he was attached to lamented that the government has done nothing weeks after they suffered losses. He lamented that it would be difficult to boost the morale of police officers to return to duty with low morale. According to the superintendent, it is as if the EndSARS protest was targeted as bringing out the maladies surrounding the Nigeria police force. It's through the campaign that the whole world got to know that the police is one of the most neglected organizations. Police budget is very poor in terms of what is approved and released, though the protest was later hijacked by thugs and miscreants in which most of the people the campaign was supposed to favor because became victims. Police were killed, maimed, injured, with our properties looted and burnt. This led to their low morale. They have been brazen up trying to bounce back, but what has the government done to our burnt properties? Now Nigerians are asking us to come back. They are saying police should resume, but many stations were destroyed and now they are asking us to rent canopies, tents, and start skeletal services. They complain that the morale of policemen are low, yet nothing has been done to replace their properties destroyed. Urban areas like Lagos and Benin, where rent is very high, most police officers use their vehicles as a bedroom and most often go home during the weekend or fortnightly. Now that their vehicles have been destroyed, how would they cope? They keep saying go back to your duty post, but how will these officers survive? They made some promises, but nothing has been done to alleviate the pains of officers. Okay. Honestly speaking, this is not the first time, or it didn't just start now that they have abandoned you guys. A typical example, even before now, let the truth be told. Of course, he made the officer, the superintendent made a valid point in the sense that with this answers, the whole world now got to know how police has been badly treated in the past. That this whole protest was in their favor, not until when hoodlums, according to what they usually use before the hoodlums or the miscreants, as you may call them, hijacked the whole thing. That the whole thing would have favored them. A lot of people from the beginning they were like, "Oh, these NSAS protesters, all those demands that you are making, that is not it. You are still trying to favor these police people. Now you are complaining about their brutality and you are trying to look it from the angle of okay, something must have led to all this they are doing, and they were able to bring it out." And I could remember when this man granted an interview, Lai Mohammed. Oh, he was saying that yes, they've disbanded this, they've disbanded that. At the end of the day, they disbanded the whole thing, the SARS in the first place, but there was no success. Everything still went back to status quo, and you expect people to be clapping for you. And that being said, the whole thing was to the benefit of the police themselves. Like I said before, now the police, they've been suffering, and all the problems that Nigerians have listed out that could have resulted to the manner at which these police people behave. You don't want to tell me that the government was never aware. They know all of this problem, but they are just not interested. Police people are supposed to, they're supposed to be well respected. They are well respected all over the world. It's only in Nigeria that you see a policeman, you just look like this and you just spit. Just go and check their barracks. Looking at their barracks alone speaks volumes. Don't even talk about the way they dress, the way they comport themselves. Just go to their army barracks where government has prepared or arranged for them to stay, which is called army barracks or the police barracks. Go and check it. whether you can allow your goat to sleep inside. That speaks volume. They don't have any interest in you guys. So it is not just now they they've abandoned you or they're abandoning you. The abandonment has been there right from time, because if the government has done the needful, believe you me, this NSAS protest wouldn't have come up in the first place. Wouldn't have come up in the first place. Because your welfare are not being taken care of. That is why you guys resorted to what you are doing, and which affected the masses. And that was why this whole thing came up. The issue of protest came about. So they will make promises. That is in their DNA. They will make promises and they will not fulfill it. But unfortunately, the way the police or the security architecture is structured is that obey before complaining. You just have to obey. And that's why you see that most of the time people always talk about you guys are not doing well, yet the masses are still in your favor, yet you don't even recognize them. You still have to show that your brutality against them. So obey before command. That is what has led them to this. And some other people are saying that why would the protester be telling government to do this for the police, to do this for the police? If they know themselves that they are suffering, they would have channeled their cause to the appropriate quarters. But as we speak now, the whole world is even aware. Believe you me, these people will not change. They won't do anything better. They won't do anything better. Now, the reason why the government is so angry with the protesters that they are picking people here and there, because they believe that they are because they are the ones who have opened the eyes of many, who have exposed the government to the world. So in trying to retaliate or get back at them, that's why you see them, they are arresting people, doing all manner of things, freezing their accounts here and there. Well, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Believe you me, the IG of police has been going from one state to another. Oh, he has been going to talk to them to boost their morale. The man said, you can't boost our morale. What are we going to do? All the police stations are burnt down. Their vehicles, have been burned down. So they've lost some of their colleagues. And you say they should go back to work. They should go back to work. And the honest thing, the truth of the matter is that the police people, the policemen are afraid. Anywhere they see crowd like this, they take off fast, fast. They are not afraid of the masses. The hunter now has become the hunted. Once they see crowd like this, they tulele, which is not supposed to be. But you want to tell me the government is not aware of this whole thing? The government that is sincere, that is truthful to do the right thing, will be able to settle everything. It's not rocket science. It is not rocket science. It's a deliberate act. It is a deliberate act. But believe you me, if they want to do any form of budget that involves the politicians, they will now they will pass it. Everything will be okay. Everything will just be sorted out. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning the cry of this army officer, the police officer that is complaining that the government has abandoned them.